I am coming to you from North Texas, a place that I often refer to as hell. But wherever you go, there you are. It's really the same planet. As we approach March 2026, I'm thinking about a road trip. It may not happen. But last year, in 2025, I drove up to southern Colorado and bought some marijuana, bought some vapes in Trinidad. I was camping in the Costilla County area on private land and also on BLM land, as I found the guy to be a racist piece of garbage despite him watching my channel for 10 years, right? He wasn't really transparent, right, about his hatred. Right now, we have an epidemic of hatred and war, right? Humans are being turned into evil forms of life. It's so bad right now, like I hesitate to even hit the road. The last time I was in Trinidad, I went into one of the dispensaries, and there was a white couple in there, and for some reason they profiled me to be illegal or something. Maybe Hispanic, because the way I look, because I'm tanner than them. And the lady is like popping off like, you need to have ID here. You need to have ID here. They're fucking starting to fight with me. Okay, that was some fucked up shit. And I wasn't ready for it. It's like now I have to have like a hard attitude. Like anything can happen at any time. Be ready to record yourself, record others. Be ready to fight. Be ready to stand up for yourself. Because that's the thing. They think that we're soft or something if we're nice. That we're weak. Because we're not out there in this world looking for a fight like them. Now I've spent time living off the grid in Pagosa Springs, Colorado, which is further west, almost to Durango, about an hour from Durango. It's about an hour east. So there's a lot of trashy people. There's a lot of people that have been radicalized, and yet they have the benefits of living in a blue state, the privileges that come with having marijuana. And they look down on other states, they look down on other populations. So basically, I'm curious if anybody's going to see this video, because I'd like to make a friend. And I'm somebody with a lot of knowledge about things in this world that people typically laugh at. For years, people that like Trump have liked my content because I talk about China on a very deep level and what's going to be happening in the future. But I'm not a Trump guy. I'm not a Republican. I don't even like to use the word conspiracy theorist. I'm actually someone who's partially psychic, who has a lot of spiritual theories as to what's happening here on the planet. A lot of things happening now. I predicted the idea of mass internment, and I predicted what's going to happen following that, and following, lots of people being killed by the United States and or Israel. Right, there's going to be a world council turning on us. So we need to get prepared. And I want to have the right off-grid allies in the state of Colorado. It's a better place to survive, but there needs to be some inclusiveness. We're not talking about a Black Lives Matter protest. We're not even talking about the woke movement or left-leaning politics. We're talking about a place where I can go, I can thrive, and I can exist, no matter what I am, simply because I'm a good person. Okay, and there are people out there in this world that have sought me out in my past when they were more open to it, when they enjoyed my energy, but people have become radicalized in ways that they don't even understand. And if it's not against a certain group, it could be against men, could be against the people in their own town. I would say that they are radicalized with hate. The people here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, they're very radicalized in ways that a lot of people don't understand. And a recent study came out that rated this area, this state, like a number 5 when it comes to hatred, envy, lust. I'm from Oregon. It's not a great state. It's got a lot of problems. But there are some decent things about it, or at least there was in the past. And it has a rating of 29 out of 50, 50 being the best. So I need to get somewhere. Oregon's too far. And I don't have any living family anymore in Oregon. My mother moved away, my father moved away, my grandparents are dead, my Uncle Bruce is dead. He died last year, might have killed himself, not sure. I need to build a new tribe, but I want you to check out my website. I want you to check out my content. solarseer.substack.com. SolarSeer, that's spelled S-E-E-R. solarseer.substack.com. That's solarseer.substack.com. I've got blogs, I've got videos, I've got podcasts, and I would love to go into Trinidad, Colorado, or Colorado Springs, right, with somebody who has the spirit of the late 60s, early 70s. Somebody who hears my voice now and they realize that I want to make a friend, I want to hang out with people, I want to interview people, I want to smoke weed with people, I want to get in my car, and I don't want to let the negativity, basically I'm very intuitive, and I know what the far right's going to be doing in America with concentration camps and death camps. I know this is going to lead to China and Russia retaliating. I know that we don't have much time left to enjoy what we have left of America. Have I made myself clear? I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. You know, it's like, and I mean that like, you know, platonically, but I actually would like to meet someone. I am flexible to meeting somebody of any race, any gender. And it can be me hanging out with an elderly person just to give them some company, just to do some chores for them. Really, I'm thinking that I should possibly post over at Craigslist or Couchsurf and shoot for like the Colorado Springs area, like downtown, like somebody out there, and I can ship in somebody to Couchsurf, but the fact is you can't trust the average person anymore, neither can I, to visit or to open up your home to. Okay? You should get to know someone via video. Okay, we have these technologies now that we didn't have before, and it can help you get a read, the right read, whether somebody's right for you or not. Right? And it's better to have like that conversation over video first. And in some cases, if people are really flexible and they're real hippies, they're not going to do that. They're going to be open-hearted. And if you come open-hearted, they're going to be open-hearted. Now, let's talk about this. I'm not a rich guy. And so because of that, I don't like, I feel like I got to have the money basically in the modern day and age, like thousands of dollars to go to like the type of retreat that I would like to in Sedona or Arizona, or even just to leave America, you know, and to do something like that. I feel like I have to have like significant money. What I'm doing is like a budget trip for under $1,000. And the main thing, you know, because I'm in Dallas, is to get some medical marijuana, although it's recreational there. And I feel like that would really be beneficial to me for the, you know, the stress that I'm going through by basically knowing too much. I do have the ability to hang out, to relax, to not talk about the news. I want to say that next. I do have the ability to chill out, but here's the thing. You know, to be romantic, to be like, you know, fun and exciting, I guess, but it doesn't start that way. It would start maybe after 15 minutes or 30 minutes of dialogue that I can trust you, that you're worth my time, that you're worth my energy, and vice versa. I want you to like me for who I am. That's basically it. I want to be myself. And then, you know, like, there's a woman that we didn't hang out for more than a year or two, but the fact that she liked me for who I was when she watched my TV show on cable access, right? She liked the real me. And because she liked the real me, I don't believe that there was like a bunch of convincing that I had to do to her at the time regarding, you know, what was happening in the world. She just wanted to hang out with me. And I liked hanging out with her. So there was chemistry there, physical chemistry there, and attraction there. And it was really strong, and it was when the solar cycle was rising. So it was back in 2009. So the rise of that solar cycle brought about a strong attraction. And I would say that the rise in the solar cycle of the late 1970s brought about a strong attraction in my parents. My father from somewhere else, from a Middle Eastern country that is being genocided and will be destroyed in my lifetime. And then my mother, multiple generational Oregonian from Aurora, from a town of 600. Which of course I grew up with my white feminist mother, New Age mother, not my father. So I'm not connected to his family, and there's pain there because of it. So a big part of the fact that I've struggled is because I'm intellectually different, I'm spiritually different, and I'm half-half. And a lot of people treat me with hatred. because they've been programmed to. Even if they act like they're hippies, and they act like they're woke, and they act like they're conscious, there's actually something about me that is a powerful energy that some people are allergic to, right? It might even be hereditary. So I believe that there are people in this world that haven't really upgraded their DNA or their consciousness, right? When they're intimidated or unconsciously turned off by somebody who knows too much about certain things. I want to be able to contribute to a community. I want to volunteer. I want to teach meditation. Check out my other videos. Okay? Don't be turned off by what you see. I'm having to purge right now to basically tell my story honestly as to how I see evil. How I see evil manifesting on the planet. How I see things unfolding. And it's basically my destiny to continue to grow and evolve as a public speaker. But it does get very, very lonely. I've been living here with the same woman, who's not my girlfriend, but she is a friend of mine, for at least 6 years now. And this place freaks me out. It's a hotbed of hatred. But I can't necessarily say that it's better anywhere else. But I can say that I feel overwhelmed at times. I'm going to be making a video pretty soon about some of the other observations that are in my head. You know, like I'll talk about the fact that you don't see conspiracy theorists talk about the mural at the Denver airport anymore. They used to under Obama, right? When they acted like Obama, you know, was about to kick off martial law, you know, and a genocide of white folks, you know, then they're all about the Denver murals, you know, where it shows like Nazis with swords basically standing over a bunch of dead indigenous children. Now, where we're like living the real version of that, the conspiracy theorists are suddenly very, very quiet, except for one. Although I consider it to be sort of a slam now to be seen as, you know, conspiracy theorist. Some see it as a compliment. I am above and beyond what a lot of people are at in this culture, right? So I do want to find a community to where my intelligence can be utilized. And it can express itself in a number of unique, colorful, diverse ways, other than just talking about, you know, the possibility of certain things happening in the future and the reality of those things that are happening now that relate to injustice, that relate to war. You know, I want to cook. I want to do other things. I want to live before I die. I want to know what it's like to actually make real love before the world ends. And if somebody wanted a child from me, no strings attached, I would provide that. But I also, right, need to express how it's not right for me to have no guy friends in my life. And it does reflect on America that men have become so demasculated that they don't want to be around my presence, or they don't want to have my help or to help me out. And it's like, guys, I need a boxing partner. I need somebody who's like a martial artist, you know, to help me get better at certain things and also to teach certain things. If there are good men out there in Colorado that I should be seeking out or emailing, I would like to know who they are. You know, so I want to have some engagement, folks. I am looking for the exception to the rule. I don't want to think that everybody's evil in America right now, but right now that's all that I'm seeing. As of right now, the only engagement that I'm getting back from the internet world has been death threats, and that's what I got on the 22nd of February, in the same time period in which multiple mosques were attacked or shot at. Okay, that's a dark synchronicity. That's the dark side. If there is something to the law of attraction and anybody being able to create what they want, how about me just creating some friendship in this world? How about just manifesting a friend? Because it's not honest and it's not correct for people to say that I'm the bad guy with no social skills. What it is, I have an energy around me that's intense, that's strong, I'm driven, and I talk about a lot of things that a lot of people don't understand. Well, the time has come, folks, for those things that are different about me, quirky about me, those things that have been, you know, seen as those things about me that are a black sheep. This is a time in which those things should be celebrated, right? Because I have a lot of wisdom to share that can help a lot of you people survive what's coming, right? Send me an email at onehumansolution@gmail.com. I'll leave it down below in the description. Talk to you later.